You ran yesterday. So that was rocking.
No, you didn't. Today.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the press conference for Ons Jabeur. Please raise your hand, state your name and organisation when asking a question. Ons, Wimbledon finalist. How does that feel?
Feels amazing, really. The kind of result I was hoping for. So now one more match, one more step, and to continue and hopefully get the title.
Well, Bill Simons, Inside Tennis. Just great congratulations.
Thank you.
Well done. A while ago, after a win, you said, for me, it's not about Tunisia anymore. It's all about the Arab countries and the African continent. Just talk about that, what kind of impact this has on girls and boys.
Well, it's always about Tunisia somehow. And I want to go bigger, inspire many more generation. Tunisia is connected to the Arab world, is connected to the African continent. The area we want to see more players. It's not like Europe or any other countries. It's I want to see more players from my country, from the Middle East, from Africa, and I think we didn't believe enough at certain point that we can do it, and now I'm just trying to show that, and hopefully people are getting inspired.
American magazine, Reem was saying that it was a holiday also on Saturday.
Yeah.
And how much more special do you think that will make it, and hopefully be able to drive up viewership numbers?
It's I mean, if I make it on that special holiday, that one of my favorite actually, it's gonna be great. I always miss it. I always want to be with the family. Always reminds me of like a child. I was having a great one with my family that day. So it's like Christmas for you guys. So it's like similar for us. It's gonna be a special celebration maybe after having my own barbecue maybe, and we'll have to enjoy it, and hopefully we'll enjoy it in positive vibes.
George Ponce, freelance. You seem like a very easygoing person. How would you like to describe yourself if you were asked to describe yourself as a person?
Not that easy. Sometimes I'm picky, but I like to enjoy life, enjoy everything around me. I have the job that I want to do. Kind of playing tennis is always amazing. Being on a tennis court is amazing, and sometimes I get picky on food and other stuff. But otherwise, I can say I'm easygoing.
I want to ask you about this nickname that you've earned yourself in Tunisia, the Minister of Happiness. Do you feel that? Do you feel the vibes? Because quite seriously, I mean, you are literally everywhere in your home country at the moment. Do you get a fair reflection of that?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice of them to call me that. It's really unbelievable. And even maybe they're thinking about having a Minister of Happiness, maybe, And it's funny because the actual minister calls me "Hello, Minister," and it's funny, and it's tough times in Tunisia sometimes, and when they see my matches, and I always say sports always unites people, and I'm happy that they follow me. They're pushing me to do better, and hopefully I can keep the title forever.
Mike?
Mike Walters, Daily Mirror. Congratulations. Today's a historic day in the United Kingdom. Our Prime Minister resigned, and the man who wants to replace him, the leader of the opposition, was here today in the royal box watching you. Do you think he made the right decision?
I have no idea. I'm the Minister of Happiness. I don't. But I mean, I hope it's good for you guys. I don't know what's happening really, and I can see people are happy that he resigned. So I mean, I hope this one will do a much better job.
Willie Weinbaum from ESPN. What are your earliest memories of seeing the Wimbledon Championship, the trophy, and how did the dream of winning it yourself evolve?
Not to lie to you, the dream kind of started last year when I enjoyed playing here, enjoyed the crowd, and I didn't play so many Wimbledons before, and usually it was the first and second round. It's tricky to play on grass. I knew I was playing good on grass because of my game and everything, but last year, Melanie reminded me, my mental coach. I told her, like, I'm coming back next year for the title when I lost in the quarterfinals, because I just loved everything around here, loved the atmosphere and everything. So it was my main goal from the beginning of the season and even from last year. And I just love it here. I don't know, it's everything about the energy. I just love being here.
What was your mental coach's reply when you said that?
She was like, you will, and she always believes in me. She knows that if I put something in my mind, I do it. So I'm one step away, from achieving it, and I hope it's gonna happen.
Hi, Andy Dillon from the Sun newspaper. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm sure the victory felt amazing, but I just wonder how it felt on the flip side to beat your best mate. And how it feels as a human, when you had to embrace her at the end and then you took her out onto the court and your guilty conscience, basically.
Yeah, she deserves a lot of respect. I mean, Tatiana, her making the first time semi-final, the way she plays, the way she fights. If I didn't see her 2 kids, I wouldn't say she never had the kids, and it's amazing how she moves on the court. It's really inspiring for a lot of women, and it just when you play tennis, it's just I'm focused on myself, to be honest with you, and for me, after all, it's just a tennis match. We didn't go to war or anything. It was amazing, great. I have a lot of respect for her. If she won today, she would have deserved it 100%. And that's what I love about tennis, just a tennis match, and then you move on, and then you get to the next one.
When will you see her again?
She has to make a barbecue party for me, so I don't know, maybe at her house in West Palm Beach.
Not a bad venue.
Like a minister, do you think you are showing a new way to play tennis for women tennis? I mean, a new way to have a better show, to have a different audience, there are not so many players like you and Maria who play this way. Do you think is this the right way?
Maybe it's coming back, They used to play a lot of slices before, serve and volley. I don't do that much, but I like to see that different style. I always... it was very tough, to adapt to that game, to that changing rhythm. But I know it annoys a lot of players, and I'm happy to do that.
As our official Minister of Happiness,
I'm the official now of
Yes.
every country. Oh, that's cool.
You're in charge. What are the 1 or 2 things that are most important to be happy on the tour, to thrive? Because you certainly seem to have gone through many tough times, many injuries, changes. But what are the 1 or 2 most important things to thrive?
One of the things, obviously, never give up and believe always that you can do it. And be surrounded by the great people. I have a great team behind me. They always supported me. Even though sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, I maybe thought I was never gonna make it or never gonna make a Grand Slam title or a Grand Slam final. And overall, I try to enjoy, playing tennis, because it's tough to do it sometimes when you play every week, when maybe you lose every week, and it's really tough. But for me, I had to remind myself, why did I start playing tennis? What kind of joy that tennis brings to me, and as soon as I remind myself that, I get pumped, motivated to go and play my next matches.
Alex Ramsey from Scotland on Sunday. 2 things. What is the name of the holiday on Saturday? Okay. And the other thing, could you give us your thoughts on who you might play in the final?
It's Eid. I mean, we have to. This is the bigger one, we say, where we eat meat and celebrate with our family. It's really about barbecue this time. Like, I'm not joking. And it reminds me of getting money, you know, from the altar. They give me some money. For my next opponent, both great players, different style, you know. Simona knows how to win here. She already won Wimbledon before, and I'm not sure the score, but I saw she was losing a little bit. I'm not sure now.
3-4-2 for Rybakina.
Yeah, Rybakina is an aggressive player, you know. If you give her a little bit of time, she will take that away. And we played a lot of times before. She's in I think she could play really good on grass because, you know, aggressive and changing the rhythm. They're both styles I believe that is the most impressive on grass. So if it's gonna be Rybakina, it's gonna be an interesting match. But I'll try to make her work hard to win her points.
Yeah, well, it's Chris Clary, New York Times. You said you hoping to inspire people. Who has inspired you? Maybe not just in tennis or outside tennis in your life.
My mom, to start with. She's the one that introduced me to the sport and always pushed me to do better and made me believe even more in myself. Loved watching Kim Clijsters before, Serena Williams, Venus, Andy Roddick, a huge fan of him. And I'm still trying to learn about tennis history, and I met Billie Jean King. She's an amazing inspiration for all of us, and really happy that she's, you know, giving me some tips and pushing me to do better.
We'll wait. Yeah, we'll just...
Hi, Paul McInnes from The Guardian, and I'm sorry to be the one, but what's your favourite barbecue dish?
I love... honestly, I love everything, but mostly... well, yes, Tatiana, she makes it good. I just like beef, you know. I'm not vegan. I love beef. Sorry.
Hi, Ons. Congratulations, Catherine Whittaker, the tennis podcast. You mentioned tips from Billie Jean King there. I just wondered if you could share anything she said to you that has particularly resonated or meant a lot.
I met her first time last year in Indian Wells when she signed her book, you know, and gave it to me. And she was like, she told me to watch a lot of my matches, which I don't usually do because I don't like seeing myself lose again, and learn from that. So I try to improve on that, and always she tells me one ball at a time and focus on that. That's what she was telling me lately. So I'm trying to do that. I always remember her during the match, actually, when the score is I'm behind or something like that.
Okay, we won't actually be coming back for preview media tomorrow, so please, we've got some extra time if anybody has any more questions they'd like. Willie?
Sure. About Elena, what are your thoughts on the difficulties her serve and her height pose when you face her?
Yeah, she serves really well, so it's gonna be my main goal is to return as much balls as I can to make her really work hard to win the point. And yeah, I played her a couple of times, and I know she could hit really hard and hit a lot of winners. I know that my game could really bother her, so I really try to focus more on myself, do a lot of slices, try to really make her work hard. I know that type of players usually win the point in 2-3 shots. And for me, I'm just going to continue and do what I do on the court.
Elena, is it tough? I mean, you're a player who expresses herself a lot on court, and she's someone who's very calm on court. Is that at all a challenge playing an opponent who never shows any sort of emotion or weakness, or gives you any sign of how they're feeling?
Maybe better, you know, not someone who screams a lot and like every point, come on. But I respect that about her. I know she's a very shy person, even outside the court, and maybe I'll be the one screaming, tomorrow.
Bill Simons, Inside Tennis. If you would, could you talk about your very early development? As I recall, you started at home, but then had to go to a club. Got a big grant from the ITF that was very important to you, and eventually did really well at Roland Garros Juniors. But just talk about those early years and how did you emerge and make it?
I started playing tennis in a small club in Tunisia, and then playing just national tournaments. And then at the age of 10, I started my first international tournament in Paris. It was actually quite good results. And then at the age of 13, I decided to go to the capital in Tunis to study and train at the same time. It was a high school, like sports high school, and that helped me really train more and become, let's say, a better player. And the junior title came, French Open. And then, I struggled a lot with moving from juniors to pro, with injuries, with not knowing how really to play with my game. But then, I practiced a few months in Belgium. I went also a few months in Paris. But I always came back to Tunis because, I love my country. I love being there. I had different coaches. And, just since, I think, 2019, 20, everything clicked for me. It was much, much better. And then I'm here.
Chuck Culpepper from the Washington Post. When you were 10, did you think about winning a slam, or was that too far-fetched at the time?
I was telling them I want to win the French Open at the age of 9, and everybody laughed at me. And when I won in juniors, I was like, okay, this is just the beginning, but I want the real title.
How long have you had a mental coach, and can you be as specific as you want as to what you do with her?
I always had a mental coach. With Melanie, we started end of 2016, but I had before, because I always believe that mental coaching is very important in our sport. We do a lot of breathing, a lot of meditation, a lot of manifesting, seeing what I can do. I talk a lot about, it's nice to get out, all the feelings, all the stress. It's very important. And for someone that couldn't handle a lot of stress before, I'm trying to get used to it. And most important thing, accepting it, because it's, what we are living is a very tough sport. And she always tell me what a life you chose for yourself. And I know that I was meant to be a tennis player always, and very proud of it. Just most of what we do with Melanie.
Hi, Ons Jabeur from Press Association. You mentioned manifesting then, and I think you said at the start of the tournament after the French that a bad thing happens because of great things come in. I'm sure you hope it happens on Saturday, but in your head, do you have you envisaged winning Wimbledon? It might not be Saturday, but at some point in your lifetime, do you feel like you're going to be a winner here?
I did, yeah, a lot of times. Imagine myself giving the good speech, holding the trophy, seeing the trophy. I did all of it, Now I need really to hold the trophy. That's the only thing left for me. But I believe in that. I know that I can do it. And one of the things that I hate is disappoint myself. So I hope I will not do that. And I'm all the way there. There is one match left, so hopefully I'll give it all.
Messaggero. For the words you say, you are very sensitive. You say a lot of things which we are surprised about. Do you write something? Do you have a diary? Do you do some painting or any arts in particular? Because you look like someone who has something else inside to say.
I'm what you see on the court usually it's completely different a player. I am emotional player. You can see that on the court as well. No, I don't write. I try to write from time to time. Actually, I wrote so many things. Usually after disappointments or encouraging myself, to do better for the match. That's usually what I do, but I try to talk a lot because I'm not someone that really likes to, talk about my feelings, but I'm learning to do that with Melanie.
Eleanor has just won in straight sets, so that there's guaranteed to be a new name on the trophy on Saturday. What would it mean to you if it was your name?
I was hoping for them to play for 5 hours, but no. it will mean a lot. I have Elena plays really good, and it's gonna be a very tough match, completely different style. But I will be ready to do my part, and hopefully they will write my name on the board there before we enter the center court.
What does it say about women's tennis that you have not been past the quarters in the slam final till now, and Elena hasn't either? So what does that say about the women's game?
We say we are learning to do that, and we did learn the good way. I know Lina was playing really good on other tournaments, but we both may be waiting for that click to go further. And everybody knows Lina knows how she plays really good, and I think most of people tell me that you can win a Grand Slam, but never happens. But amazing for the sport and amazing for both of us. And we like new faces, so we're bringing new faces to you.
Ons, so it's also a person who's representing Kazakhstan and a person representing Tunisia. What are your thoughts about this new flavor for the Wimbledon final?
It's I think no one from Kazakhstan won before, right? Yeah, it's I'm really happy for her. Really happy that she's representing well her country, and I'm doing the same in a different way. But it's amazing to really inspire the new generation, and just to show that nothing is impossible, really.